Wait, will it slide off? It's like,
Nope.
oh wait, is it just wet?
It's a lot softer. So this, Maya, is porcelain, and it's just a whole lot softer.
So does it work as well? Like, will it go up?
So the difference, I'll tell you both. The difference in working with porcelain, this is a synthetic porcelain. I'm not even sure I don't even know what synthetic porcelain means. It's a porcelain that I got from armadillo clay. It's a cone 5 mid-range, which means you fire it to about 2100, 2200 degrees. But porcelain does not have grog in it. What is grog? Grog are little bits of fired clay that we mix into stoneware clay to help it stand up better. So you put grog in there and it helps it to like go upward better, get more vertical height. This, you'll feel it. It's like butter. It's so smooth.
Yeah. Really?
And so yeah, we'll see how. I'm interested to see your perception of it here.
I don't. Yeah.
It's much easier to center. You got to keep things wet.
Much easier to center.
I shouldn't have said that, but it's softer. Anchor in and lean in. When you do that, it's for that
Making
clay
air
on the
bubbles.
side is gonna go. It's gonna leave because you kind of like just created an air bubble on the side there. When you want to pull that clay off the wheel head, I like to take a sponge and kind of move it over slowly so that you can kind of squeeze it all together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of clear as mud. See, that's the kind of thing that happens when you got a lot of slurry on the side. But isn't it smooth?
Yeah, it's crazy. Wait, so do people use this for mugs usually?
Oh, you can. People use it's kind of viewed as like a more fine. Don't go too thin, or you're gonna lose that up there. It's kind of viewed as like a more fine, delicate, precise, pristine. What are the words I'm looking for? It's seen like next level. Does that make sense?
Next level as in harder?
It's harder, but it's also like more quality. Like porcelain,
What the heck?
just the perception of porcelain is higher. So keep one hand on the top, sweetie, and then also keep this hand kind of spanning. If you feel it kind of bowing below, kind of need to, yeah, good. Keep it anchored in, yep, good. Good. That's the way to do it right there.
It just came off.
Yeah. I like to save it when we can, but not a big deal. I feel like you're not quite anchored in.
Really? I feel like I'm pretty.
I see your elbow wiggling, I guess is why. Nicely done. So good day at school?
Yeah. Pretty normal. I have about 100 million projects that are due in the next 3 weeks.
It's a lot of projects.
So, and they're all my 15-page paragraph or 15-page paper, and then my other giant paper, and then my 5-minute speech, and then my debate, and then my stock market project, and then my not too happy about that.
You might be able to slow it down a little bit. Porcelain's a little less ruly, a little more unruly. As you can see, you got a little uneven lip there.
Pretty uneven.
You're doing good.
That so?
Yeah, and I would color it in a little bit, sweetie, because you kind of, yeah.
That's about full. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. Like, it's nice, but it's
It's harder to throw.
Is this what you use for like the Christmas ornaments and stuff?
Yeah. Porcelain's great because Grog has like little bits of fired clay, so it leaves kind of little specks in there of, whereas porcelain is just like pure, nothing in there.
Yeah.
Once you color it, might be good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get that vertical height with that, huh?
Yeah. It doesn't like come under your hand as well to like bring it up. Nice, like, whatever.
I kind of want to play with this one for a minute, Maya, and touch it, and let me see what information I can give you on how to do it better.
Okay.
Just hop on up.
Oh, dang
all right.
it.
No foul.
Where's the towel?
So, one, watch my hands here real quick, because I want to, when I'm coloring it, I want to kind of like, so what am I doing that's different? I don't really know. I'm making it.
You're like bringing it up.
Coloring is just making the volcano. You know that, but for everybody else. Now when I'm getting more of this, now with this too, I want to keep the base kind of dry because it will. When you have a lot of water standing in the base, it will crack. So like this is probably, between those two fingers is probably almost 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Couple centimeters. And I want this, I don't want this to get wasted. I want this to be part of the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take this sponge, I'm gonna mash it down right here, kind of create that tuft, and then get some. Up it easy. So I didn't do it that well because I got some of it off there, but that wall is kind of, it's the loop is leveling out just a little bit. Okay, this is in. Okay, is that? We'll color it in here. Up a daisy.
See, that's what I'm always worried about. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, it's just because this is so crazy thin. But I mean, you can push it pretty far. You know, looky there. So far from perfect, but to see you can salvage most, you know, a lot of pots can be salvaged. Yeah, can you see the difference in the thickness here and here?
Oh yeah,
That's from being off center a little bit at the beginning.
Huh. Felt really centered though.
Yeah, but we got off pretty early on.
Oh.
You know? Okay. Don't mean to take over, but I'm just trying to think of, okay, now I can better teach you. But even still, that's not a, you know, you couldn't sell that online as part of a series, but it's definitely a good pot. Do you see the pry tool anywhere?
Mm-mm.
I should have made that pry tool hollow so it floats, but I don't see it either. Here it is. Okay, go for it.
Is that the other clay? Is there any other clay that I can use that's not porcelain?
I think so. Okay, the towel.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Let me see that clay right there, the big one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like hand you a piece or like that?
Just hand me the whole thing. Yeah, that's two. That is two. Yeah, I think that's porcelain too. This is drier porcelain. You want to try that? Try that one.
Okay.
Good. There you go.
Oh yeah, this feels better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's too wet, it is hard to throw. So you got double whammied on that last one. It was super wet and it didn't have any grog. It was just porcelain.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt pretty hard.
How's this one?
This one's actually pretty hard considering like that it's porcelain.
You gonna cone it up, color it up?
Yeah.
Cone it up.
Ah.
Sometimes if you throw your cylinder, and this is 12 centimeters right here. If you throw your cylinder and you're too tall, like you wind up being a little bit taller than this, you can use one of these wide ribs like this that bulges out and just go a little bit further. And because it's having to go out, it will actually take the height down a little bit. It's kind of a trick, and sometimes you're a little bit under. You're not quite tall enough. Say you're at the bottom of that nub right there. If you colored this in and then used a narrow, like an hourglass or a volcano or one of those type ribs, you get extra height because you're narrowing the mouth of the pot here. See, when that circumference, when you shrink it, it has to go. You'll get a little extra height out of that. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but just FYI. Okay, when we're putting this hole in here, let's make sure we get it one centered and two plenty lubricated in the middle. And there's no drag on your hands, because that's kind of where I think that's where it got off last time.
Okay.
A little hole and then fill it with water pretty quick. Yep. I mean, not that small, but yeah.
What's so funny, Dad?
Nothing. How's that tooth? Is it wiggly? A hole in it? Yeah. That used to be for the water heater. Now here, that's part of the problem too. Are you taking both thumbs and putting both thumbs out like that?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be better, look here my thumbs, if you just take this thumb and move it out instead of trying to do both at the same time. When you play with it on that side of the wheel, I find it gets off easier. But if you stay in this bottom right quadrant, base thugs, how thin is that? How thick is your base there?
Feels pretty thick.
Okay, good. So what is this, day 3?
Yeah, I think
Day
so.
3. I think you're already getting better.
Well, I hope so. Wait, why is it doing that? It keeps like making it. The heck?
What's it do?
It's like making it uneven on the bottom instead of even. Like it's like I think there's must have been something stuck to the bottom again. Cause it's still doing that. What the heck? It's making it so that like one side, like the middle part, goes down more. I don't get it.
Is it so?
I don't think so. Uh-oh.
Take a check on them.
They're probably fine.
Okay, try using the sponge to dig in a little bit at the bottom.
Already?
While you're, yeah. I mean, you're at the stage where you do that, right?
Well, I thought you did that like the second or third pull.
Just a little bit. You just want to create a little tuft of clay so you're pushing out.
Like
you already
that?
got that there, yeah. So that finger on the bottom is pulling up and the finger on the inside is pushing out just a little bit. Now, I've seen you do this a few times. You'll start the pass and then you'll go back to the bottom and you won't finish the pass. Every time you start a pass, you should finish it all the way through.
Mm-hmm. It's not like going up very long.
Why don't you color it in first before you do
Like
another pass?
the top.
Mm-hmm. Yep, let's do another pass. And as you do that pass, You kind of pull it up and in. You're pulling that volcano shape.
Okay.
Not too much.
What?
Not too much clay at once. But compress that lip after each pass.
Did it turn off? What?
It's called stuff.
What was the for?
Well, it had a low battery mode something.
You're doing a great job, Maya.
Oh, hi. I thought that. Well, yeah, I did.
You thought I was Dad?
Yep. You think it looks good?
I think it looks great.
Really?
Have you done all of these?
No. Daddy did all this.
That's good.
What?
I think this one looks the best.
Yeah. You like that one? I don't know what shirt that is.
Did Dad do that one?
Yeah. Daddy did all this.
Every single one?
Every single one. I mean,
Even
all.
this one?
Take a seat, squirt, and then we'll give you a single face. Yeah, that new camera in the corner, that's the two shot over there. It's so narrow. It's a super
Oh, is
cheap
it?
camera. Can you see on that one? Please don't touch, okay, bubs?
This?
Nice. Nice.
Is this on?
It is on, yeah. So don't
Like,
touch it.
my fingers keep moving whenever I'm trying to pull it up. I'm like trying to hold it still and anchor it. I'm just confused.
No, more my also. I touched it.
What do you mean your fingers keep moving?
Like, they keep like.
Oh. Maybe you're not
Like-
holding it quite stiff enough. You're anchored in, but not quite
Dad,
stiff enough.
I love this one.
You like
is
that
really
one?
Good.
It's called the Waco Tours shape.
This one is really cool.
You like that one?
These two are the best.
You like that, huh? Would you like some cereal bowls like that? Like some
Wait,
big
can
white
you
ones?
try to make a bowl?
Yes. Would you eat out of a bowl if I made it?
Yeah.
What would you eat out of it?
Two.
It's so like
Could
narrow.
you make a knife?
No, knife wouldn't probably be. You could, but it probably wouldn't be that strong. Do you like the porcelain? Not your
No.
favorite?
Yeah.
Could you make a fork?
Yep. But usually that stuff's made with metal.
I don't know if you noticed that. Most of our
Silverware.
silverware is made of silver-like things, like metal.
Right, just leave it in there and I want to see how it does.
What?
I want to see how it does if you just leave it in there for the rest of the time.
No,
Like
not
what?
the
Water?
first one.
It's about done.
I think so. I can't get it like.
Yes, it's not quite tall enough, but here's what you should do: is just grab one of those ribs that you like, and
It looks like you can touch
you
it
won't
right
go all
now.
the way to the top, but you'll get some of it.
Okay.
Good, man.
I need this still done.
There's something in there. I feel it.
Like an ear bubble.
No, like some like a piece of grass feels like or something. Maybe not that. Like. Let's keep. What are you doing? Oh gosh,
What's going on?
it's dangerously thin down there.
So you can always just let up how much you're pulling up, and you can also slow it down.
Dad,
What?
put the box away.
Of clay.
Dirty. You're okay. Yeah, you shouldn't step.
Like you're okay. Oh. Which way? I wonder if I just- So just use like a.
Use one of those ribs.
Use the one that goes in to make it taller.
You know what? Collar it in and try using the tulip rib. Where's the tulip rib?
It's gonna be gone, I think. If you use it.
Okay. Yeah, use
And
whichever
I don't
one you
mind
want.
if it's
Use whichever one you want.
goes. It's not a very pretty pot.
Well, that's the good thing about profiles is they can turn not pretty pots into pretty pots.
So like this one.
So tulip is generally harder in my opinion because it has such a deep undercut down there, and you have to like kind of dig it in. But try it. Well, you'll need to color it in before you do that. No, don't use that one. Use something else. Use like a. You can either use that wide one there, but I would make it. You want before you introduce the profile ribs, sweetie. You always want it to be a volcano shape. Not always, but usually. What shape would be fun for you? You done just a straight shooter or what? This is one of my favorite shapes.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to do. So you'll need to narrow it a little bit there first. Because you don't want it dragging anywhere at the top. Alright, let's see what you got. So with coffee mugs, the narrower your lip, the longer it will stay warm. The wider your lip, like the wider your mouth, rather, of the mug, the faster your drink will cool off. 'cause
It's
got
so
more-
skinny.
It's almost like a vase. It's like a little cute little vase, like a bud vase. Wet those walls again with the sponge and do it one more time. But it'd probably be good to go a little slower.
Slower than that. Like there? Second?
Yeah. I often like to have my hand on the side and dribble along my hand. I find I can get wet with less water.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Like have your hand touching the side and then dribble. Yeah. Perfecto.
The bottom part
Look
isn't
at your
really
hand.
working.
Look at the angle that profile is.
Is it not straight?
It's not perpendicular.
What was it?
Like if this is perpendicular, it's like this.
It was that bad?
Nah, not that bad. Maybe more like that.
I thought it was straight.
But you can